and channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Players. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in on our featured golfer here at the First. Frank, were you the kind of player who actually might have been worried if you didn't have first tee jitters?
Definitely. You didn't have the energy if that was the case. But it's about turning that energy into some sort of positive form. Make nice full swings. Pick some good targets. And, of course, you never know what's going to happen.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Frank, you want to get out of the gates quickly, hit the proper approach shot here at the First. What does the player need to look out for?
Well, there's two distinct levels to this green. There's that left side and then that collection area to the right side. Flag on the top, it's a very, very difficult shot because that bunker plump comes into play.
That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, it's a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
We're ready to go. Off to the first hole. Frank, you've been there so many times. Really nothing like the first tee of a brand new championship.
The thought of the unknown. The beauty of sport, you and the golf course. Doesn't get any better, Rich.
Let's see what she's got here. She is loading up for the big one. Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
That in the hole, tremendous shot. Frank, break down the par 3 third for us.
A big ridge in the middle of this green. Really, you have a front section and a back section. That front bunker, the one that you first see off the tee, that really doesn't come into play. But there's a sneaky one behind the flag and down the left side. Really good par 3.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Frank, a solid par right there, maintains his position. And now let's go down to the action at the fourth. Frank, I've been impressed with the play to this point early in the round.
Yeah, it's solid without being spectacular, and that's actually a huge compliment.
Good contact, good result. One player told me, Frank, that it's like a root canal appointment. You're thinking about 17 all day long.
I think a root canal at times would be more enjoyable than playing 17 on a windy day.
Oh, what an incredible shot. So much focus here, Frank, on 16, 17, and 18. Number 4 is a hole that gets overlooked, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, the second shot here is more daunting, especially when that flag's on the left. So you really do start looking at that blue stuff, water.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
She had a good shot off the tee, and now she has all sorts of options available. Let's see what she does here. Second shot. Good look at the green. This is a good tournament. Time for the lead after that
Huge eagle. Rich, what a time to do that.
eagle. Hole number 6, 393 yard, par 4. What's in store for us here, Frank?
Another one really where you're just trying to poke it down there. When you stand on that back tee, there's an overhanging limb that you just get an eye of. So if you try and hit that ball a little too low, that's going to encourage a miss it.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
So just a formality here. That's a birdie. And that's a good position from which to make a weekend move. Comfortably inside the cut line. Still with plenty of time left in this tournament. So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
NBC Golf on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. Welcome once again to TPC Sawgrass for the Players. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, set to bring you all the action. And Frank, the 17th hole is always the place to be during this great championship.
It certainly is, Rich. The energy, as we know, each and every year has just been electric at 17, and I don't expect it to be any different today.
Gave that the full treatment. Get up. She's ended up on the fairway, and with such a good lie, so many more options available now. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Strong wind here early in the round. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that. Seventh hole here at Sawgrass. Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
On the green, looking at a birdie opportunity. And the computer dials this one up at 26 feet. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Has this to save par. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, the ninth is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right, then sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
Good tee shot, right in the fairway, and plenty long. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. She is playing so well out there today, just unstoppable.
Oh, this is right at it.
Well played here, went straight for the flagstick, and she will have a nice putt coming up. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Frank, that's the biggest roar I've heard all week long. That was an eagle roar.
Yeah, for good reason. Not just an eagle, too. All of a sudden, back in contention.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
This is a 99-yard shot.